The National Constitutional Carry Act is a game changer. This bill represents a significant shift in how we view and exercise our rights under the Second Amendment. It is not just another piece of legislation. It is a reaffirmation of our fundamental freedoms. This crucial legislation upholds the Second Amendment, ensuring that the right to keep and bear arms is not infringed upon by unnecessary regulations. It is a bold statement that our freedoms are non-negotiable and must be protected at all costs. It protects our right to bear arms, a right that is deeply rooted in the history and tradition of our nation. From the early days of the Republic to the present, the ability to defend oneself and one's family has been a cornerstone of American life. The bill prevents government overreach into our lives. It ensures that law-abiding citizens are not subjected to excessive and intrusive regulations that infringe upon their constitutional rights. This is about more than just firearms. It is about preserving our liberty. This act recognizes a fundamental truth. The rights enshrined in the Constitution are not granted by the government. They are inherent and must be respected and protected by all levels of government. The Constitution already permits carrying firearms. Our founding fathers understood the importance of a well-armed citizenry as a safeguard against tyranny and oppression. This bill is a continuation of that legacy. The Second Amendment is clear. It states unequivocally that the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This bill reinforces that clarity and ensures that our rights are not eroded by overzealous regulations. It does not need the government's permission. The right to bear arms is a natural right that exists independently of government approval. This bill acknowledges that fundamental principle and seeks to restore it fully. The National Constitutional Carry Act is a victory for freedom. It is a triumph for those who believe in the principles of liberty and self-reliance. This bill is a testament to the enduring spirit of the American people. It is a victory for all Americans, regardless of background or beliefs. This legislation affirms that our rights are universal and must be protected for everyone. It brings us together in the shared pursuit of freedom and security. This bill ensures that law-abiding citizens can protect themselves. It provides the legal framework for individuals to exercise their right to self-defense without fear of legal repercussions or bureaucratic obstacles. It is time to pass the National Constitutional Carry Act. This legislation is not just about firearms. It is about affirming our commitment to the principles of freedom and justice that define our nation. Let us stand together and ensure that our rights are preserved for future generations. The Second Amendment is clear. It is one of the most debated and discussed parts of the U.S. Constitution, yet its language remains straightforward and direct. It states, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." These words have echoed through centuries, shaping the very fabric of American society. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. These words are powerful. They are also unambiguous. They leave no room for misinterpretation or doubt. The Founding Fathers understood the importance of a well-armed citizenry. They had just fought a war for independence and knew firsthand the value of being able to defend oneself and one's community. They knew that it was essential to a free society, a society where individuals could protect their homes, their families, and their freedoms from any form of tyranny. The Second Amendment guarantees the right of individuals to own guns. This right is not just about hunting or sport shooting. It is about the fundamental right to self-defense and the preservation of liberty. This right is not granted by the government. It is a natural right inherent to all individuals and recognized by the Constitution. It cannot be taken away. No government at any level has the authority to restrict this fundamental right. The Constitution is a limit on the power of the government, not the rights of the people. The Second Amendment is a clear restriction on government power. It serves as a reminder that the government exists to serve the people, not to control them. The National Constitutional Carry Act upholds this principle. It ensures that the right to carry firearms is protected across all states, reinforcing the idea that this right is not subject to the whims of local or state governments. As we move forward, it is crucial to remember the intent behind the Second Amendment. It is not just a relic of the past, but a living, breathing part of our national identity. It is a testament to the enduring spirit of freedom and self-reliance that defines America. Clear and unambiguous, the Second Amendment stands as a pillar of our republic, ensuring that the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The National Constitutional Carry Act removes unnecessary barriers. These barriers infringe on our Second Amendment rights. The bill eliminates the need for permits and fees. Why should law-abiding citizens need a permission slip to exercise a constitutional right? Fees and permits are nothing more than obstacles. They prevent Americans from exercising their rights. The National Constitutional Carry Act recognizes these barriers for what they are. They are infringements on our freedoms. This bill removes these obstacles. Opponents of constitutional carry often make dire predictions. They claim that it will lead to increased crime. However, the evidence tells a different story. States with constitutional carry laws have not seen increases in violent crime. In fact, many have experienced decreases. These states demonstrate that constitutional carry is safe. It is also effective. Law-abiding citizens should not be punished. Criminals do not follow the law. They will carry guns regardless of the law. Constitutional carry simply allows law-abiding citizens to protect themselves. This is common sense. It is time to enact this nationwide. Section 5. A United Front for Freedom. The National Constitutional Carry Act has garnered widespread support from various segments of society. This legislation is seen as a pivotal moment in the ongoing effort to protect and preserve the rights enshrined in the Second Amendment. Gun rights organizations across the country have rallied behind this important legislation. These groups have been instrumental in mobilizing support and raising awareness about the significance of the National Constitutional Carry Act. They recognize it as a crucial step in protecting our Second Amendment rights. The right to bear arms is seen as a fundamental freedom that must be safeguarded against any form of infringement. Groups like the Gun Owners of America have been vocal advocates for this bill. Their efforts have been pivotal in bringing this issue to the forefront of national discourse. They understand the importance of upholding the Constitution. Legal scholars and constitutional experts have weighed in, emphasizing the necessity of adhering to the original intent of the framers. They are fighting to protect our freedoms. Activists from various backgrounds have come together, united by a common goal, to ensure that the freedoms guaranteed by the Constitution are not eroded. This is not a partisan issue. The support for the National Constitutional Carry Act transcends political affiliations, bringing together individuals from across the political spectrum. It is about fundamental rights. The right to self-defense and the ability to protect oneself and one's family is a basic human right that resonates with people from all walks of life. The diverse support for this legislation is a testament to its importance and the widespread belief in the need to protect our constitutional rights. We must stand together to defend our freedoms. In these times, it is more important than ever to come together as a nation and ensure that the rights and freedoms we hold dear are preserved for future generations. From families to veterans and everyday citizens, the call to protect our Second Amendment rights is being heard loud and clear. This united front is a powerful reminder of the strength and resilience of the American spirit. Throughout history, Americans have always risen to the occasion to defend their freedoms. This moment is no different. The National Constitutional Carry Act is a continuation of that proud tradition. Section 6. Make your voice heard. The National Constitutional Carry Act is a crucial piece of legislation. It is essential for protecting our Second Amendment rights, but it needs your support. Contact your elected officials today. Urge them to support this important bill. Tell them that you believe in the Constitution. Tell them that you support the right to keep and bear arms. Your voice matters. Make it heard. The future of our freedoms depends on it. Let's work together to pass the National Constitutional Carry Act. Let's make America safer. Section 8. The Founding Fathers' Vision, a well-armed citizenry. The Founding Fathers envisioned an America where citizens were free from tyranny, free from oppression. They knew that a well-armed citizenry was essential to this vision. They had just fought a war against a tyrannical government. They understood the importance of being able to defend oneself, both from criminals and from a tyrannical government. The Second Amendment is their legacy to us. It is our duty to uphold it. The National Constitutional Carry Act does just that. In conclusion, this is the bill we all need to get behind. It is sad that we have to pass a bill so that the government knows it has to follow the Constitution. Nowhere in the Constitution is the power for the federal government to regulate firearms. In fact, the Constitution strictly forbids any restriction on any of our rights. What part of shall not be infringed is so hard to understand? The founders were very clear in the meaning and scope of the Second Amendment. Shall not be infringed means exactly that. No infringements, no permits, no background checks, no bans on type or caliber, no bans or restrictions on any type of accessories, no ammo or magazine limits, no restrictions on military-type weapons. The founders expected the average citizen to have the same weapons as the government or their standing army. The Second Amendment is the ultimate safeguard against an oppressive and tyrannical government. Contact your representative and get them to support your rights by voting to pass this bill. Tell them you want them to follow their oath of office. Remind them that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, and they took an oath to uphold it. This is by far the best bill I have seen for a return to the original meaning of the Second Amendment. We need to get behind this and hold our elected officials to their oath. Any and all firearm restrictions are unconstitutional. I will not respect or follow any law that infringes on my rights and makes me a victim. Stay frosty, my friends. Keep your head down and your powder dry.